or Invasion of the Dogs, and I'm playing Metal Gear Solid 5. No, here's shut the damn up, Dominic. I'm also with my well, he's not really my friend. He's sort of my mortal enemy, but you know, he dared me to do this video, so you know. Do you have anything to say?
Wait, like, can they hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Oh, crap, I didn't know that. Subscribe to Wicked.
Dude, don't endorse yourself. I'm just gonna cut that out of the video.
Right.
When you do CQC, you need to do the 5-hit combo, which you can do by just tapping quickly and stun them for the longest period of time. You can also kick them up and interrogate them like this. I like to do that as well. Now, you need to have an interpreter, which Dominic is doing right now, isn't that right, Bominic?
I already got it.
Oh, we got him already? Wow, you're a Willy Canilli, man. Okay, today we're gonna learn the difference between ZZZ and STN. If they're STN'd, then that means that they will probably wake up later in the game, later in the mission, during the mission. But they're knocked out basically. If they're sleeping, then they usually snore. You could see them breathing usually.
Also, a tip for like folks that I learned real quick: always use your binoculars before just jumping in.
Oh yeah, duh. Usually these small bases don't have very important characters, so you can just kill them. You could actually drive your vehicle into these and they're destructible. A lot of stuff is destructible. If you want to take out clusters of enemies, I'd recommend the rocket arm. Because you can actually like take out more than one person. Don't get it confused with the stun arm, which is a thing that you have to charge up and stun. And you can also do a thing where you take their gun. And that's very important sometimes. Now you could also shoot their gun, but that alerts all the enemies. Here's a thing you could do. Go to your cassette tapes, and then go to acquired tapes. You can play these tapes, and then they do certain things. Like if you play the Afghan humming or the Afghan lullaby, then all the soldiers will fall asleep.
Wait, really?
Yes. But only if you turn on the speaker. The sleep grenade is not a very good weapon because you cannot, I repeat, you can't, they will hear it and they'll try to evade it. So the rocket arm wastes less stuff than the actual guns that you use because it's an infinite amount of. Many people know that the decoy is an easy, basically grenade thing that you could deploy. But did you know that if you throw it real well in a real good position, they will hear it? Now that's it all on the ground. It's not right there, sorry. The decoy right here. If you throw it in a real good position, then they'll hear it, they'll see it, and they'll look at it on the ground. Now when they look at it, they won't exactly aim that well, but it'll actually stun them if you deploy it. Now the second guy right here will go near it, and once he sees the next guy stunned, then that's your time to shine. You gotta reload your weapon, and then he's gonna slow down and make him wake up. If this guy sees the decoy on his way, you can actually shoot that guy and that guy will come over, and it triggers a chain reaction that results in you winning most battles. Now, if you want to kill a large amount of people, then you can actually use the patrol bomb. That will really put some spice into there. Try not to like use it on wood and think it'll light the whole wooden thing on fire like the Breath of the Wild games. Steal the weapon again, just like last time. And with this one, you can shoot him, yes, but the last guy is a good finisher. If you don't want to waste any ammo, you could just shoot him like that. Patrol bombs are good. Use them instead of hand grenades. You see, the reason you should is because number one, they're silent, while hand grenades cause crazy explosions. And number two, you could throw them real far.
Wait, does the stop, drop, and roll tactic actually work?
Yes. Stop, drop, and roll, and the fire will be rid of itself. Okay, see these things right there? Right, where the B thing is? Those are the things that affect the game while playing. Like, if you play in a certain way, they get affected by it. I was talking about this with Dominic early. Dominic, do you remember that?
Remember what?
When I was talking about how the game gets affected?
Yeah, like how if you get too many headshots and don't wear helmets and crap?
Yes. No, now I've done a lot of headshots because it's red right now. And I've done a lot of balloon stuff, so they shoot it. So those two things are red.
What are rough diamonds all about?
They give you a lot of GMP because you could sell them. The sneaking suit is the most important thing, is one of the most important suits in the game because it speeds up your health recovery, and it also prevents your body from being detected by NVG enemies. It has noise dampening souls, so they can't hear you at all if you sneak behind them. Next we're gonna go to the C4, or the place weapons. C4 is one of the most important things. I've used it countless times, and it's really important. Next is the LLG mine, which is a sleeping gas mine that you could get on level 4, but it's one of the first sleeping gas mines that you should get. It's the first. It's the best mine. There's the anti-tank mine, which I have not used, but it destroys tanks and other vehicles, and the EMN mine, which is a thing that shocks vehicles. It's really it's a really good mine, better than the ATB. Then there's a regular mine, which you usually get already. Next we're going to next we'll go to the decoy. Now what the decoy does is it makes a decoy. Next is the box, which you can get different variations. This is a red one, this is a desert version, and this is a city version. They blend in certain things, making the camouflage types of suits basically not useful at all. And you can get a lot of boxes and equip them all. Next is this pistol. This is the most important pistol in the game. It's the most important gun in the game. For sleeping purposes, to put your enemies to sleep. There is nothing that can replace this gun. Once I tried getting a submachine gun that could stun them, this one right here, and it's not as good because it stuns them. Next, the first thing you should get is the int scope when you upgrade it. Now, what you're gonna need is first it has a directional mic function. That's very important when you want to hear enemy conversations. if you want some convos, if you know what I mean. And then next is the analyzer function, which, if you don't know, you could go up to an enemy and it analyzes their stats so that when you extract them and you add them to Mother Base, then you know how good they are. I just subscribe, just freaking do it. So I asked this random person for tips. This random person I found off the street. I don't even know their gender. I don't know anything. But they say that they like to tranquilize their enemies when capturing a guard post, especially, and then kick them one by one, pointing a gun right after and interrogating them. They also say that rolling around while in stealth mode also helps getting around quicker when the enemy is alert, as well as that roofs are your friend and that you always need to take a shower. I hope that helps.